Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions of BetCraft. Another very beautiful Saturday morning. Once again, we are back with our predictions as usual. We always look at football games that are going on across the globe, and we also gathered historical data for each of these teams using those past results. We use it to also make verdicts for each of the ongoing matches for today. All right, that's exactly what we're going to do, and in a short while, we'll be looking at the matches one after the other. But we'll take a look at yesterday, how we fared. We saw that we had a very, good outing yesterday. We had 5 games, and 4 out of those 5 games came out correctly, just the way we predicted it. Except the Egyptian side that actually lost out. Pyramid lost out for the first time in a long period yesterday. Against National Bank of Egypt. But aside that, every other game we saw the big odds that we predicted yesterday all coming out so successful, and I'm quite certain that most of you may have actually won their tickets yesterday. So, all right, kudos to those who won, and today we are going to do very well again, and we'll be looking at the matches one after the other in a short while. But I want to ask those of us who are coming across our video for the first time, you're yet to subscribe, take out time to hit the subscription button right now so that you will not be missing out on our subsequent football predictions that will always come up on this very channel on a daily basis. Okay, that being said, without further ado, we head to the business of today. We'll start with the English Premier League today, where we'll have Southampton who will be facing Manchester City rather. And looking at Southampton, already relegated team, they've had 2 draws in the last 6 games, but they've also lost 4 games out of those 6 matches that they had at the same time. And we side Manchester City have won 5 games out of the last 6, and they also had 1 draw. They've not lost any single match in the last 6 matches that they had so far. And when you take a look at how they fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Southampton, the last 10 home matches that they had, sort of winning just 1, which happened to be the match against Swansea on that occasion. And they had 1 draw, but have lost 8 matches out of the last 10 home matches that they have so far. And away side, Manchester City, on the other hand, have managed to achieve 5 victories from away. They've also had 1 draw, but have lost 4 matches in the last 10 away games that they have so far. Okay, on head-to-head basis, it was Man City who have been, winning the past 2 meetings between these 2 sides. So Man City winning on all 2, But also noting the fact that Man City will be needing this very match to also maintain their Champions League spot. So we expect to see their away side easily, taking a win against the relegated Southampton in this very one. So it is a away win. That's what value for that one. And also in the Premier League, we have Ipswich Town who will be facing Brentford. All right, for Ipswich Town who have also relegated. I haven't just 1 win and 2 draws, but I've also lost 3 games out of the last 6 matches that they had so far. And away side Brentford, on the other hand, away side have had 3 wins and 2 draws, also losing 1 in the last 6 games that they have so far. Okay, when you take a look at how these 2 teams fared from home and away perspective, you see that home side Ipswich Town have won 2 games in the last 10 home games that they have so far. They've also lost 8 matches out of those 10 home games that they had. When you take a look at their away side, they've actually done very well in recent times, winning 6 matches in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses in the last 10 away games that they have so far. Their last away game they had, we saw them beating the likes of Nottingham Forest by 2-0 on that occasion. We also saw Brentford doing so very well against Manchester United. So they've been doing so very well to achieve results against Ipswich Town, who would have won the last 2 meetings, beating these 2 sides on all those 2 occasions. And they've been looking to keep their slim hope of, acquiring Conference League spot alive by winning this very encounter. So we expect the away side to take the day here. It is away side to win our trophy. That's what we expect for that very game. And the next is in the French League 1, where we'll have Monaco FC who will be up against Olympique Lyon. Okay, for Monaco FC in the last 6, it is 3 victories and 2 draws, as well as a loss in the last 6 games that they have so far. And away side, Olympique Lyon winning 2 games and a draw, and also losing 3 matches out of the last 6 games that they have so far. When you look at how they fared from home and away basis, you can see playing from home, Monaco FC have managed to achieve 7 victories and a draw, also losing 2 matches in the last 10 home matches that they have so far. And on the away side, Olympique Lyon have managed 4 victories and 2 draws in the last 10 away games. They've also lost 2 matches out of those 10 away games that they had. And this match, and when you take a look at the result and the scoreline for the away side, you can see that most of the matches that they've had, 7 times out of 10 have produced over 2.5. The last 4 away games that they had have produced over 2.5. And taking a look at the home side of Monaco, and also 7 times out of 10 they produce over 2.5. So this match is going to actually produce goals here, and we are going to expect a minimum of 3 goals appearing in this very one. So it is an over 2.5. That's what to expect in that very encounter. All right, over 2.5. That's our verdict. And the next also in the French League One, where we have Angers who will be up against Strasbourg. All right, for Angers, the home side, it is 2 victories that they've been able to achieve in the last 6 games, and they've also had 4 losses out of those. And Strasbourg, on the other hand, have managed 4 victories and 2 draws. They've not lost any single match in the last 6 games. Okay, and when you take a look at how they fared from home and away basis, you can see that the home side Angers have managed to achieve 3 victories. They've also had 2 draws in the last 10 home matches. They've lost 5 games out of the last 10 home matches that they have so far. And the last home game they have, so they're losing to Lille by 2 goals to 0 on that occasion. And the away side Strasbourg have done so very well, winning 6 matches in the last 10 away games. They've also had 3 draws, only losing once in the last 10 away games. That tells you how how good this side has been of recent. That Strasbourg have been doing so very well, and they've been looking to do very well and also maintain the European position they are currently occupying. A spot for Conference League. So we'll be expecting a result for the away side here. Strasbourg, even though the last meeting between these two sides saw Angers winning from away, that was in Coupe de France, but in this very one, we do not expect Strasbourg to lose here. So we expect away side taking the day. It is a way to win our trophy. That's what we expect for that very game. Okay, and takes us to the last game for today. It is in the Austria Bundesliga. We will have a LASK who have been doing very well at the moment against Hartberg. And all right, LASK the last 6 games have actually won the entire 6 matches that they had at the same time. And the away side Hartberg had 2 wins and 2 draws, also losing 2 matches in the last 6 or 7 matches that they had so far. When you take a look at the performances between these two sides from home and away basis, you can see playing from home, LASK have done very well from home, winning 6 games and 4 draws in the last 10 home matches that they had so far. They've not lost any single match playing from home. And away side Hartberg have managed to achieve 4 victories. They've also had 4 draws in the last 10 away games, and they've lost 2 games out of those. The last away game they had was against Wolfsburg, and they lost that very much with 1 goal to 0 against Wolfsburg on that very occasion. And on head-to-head basis, you can see that the last meeting between these two sides happened last month, and it was LASK who won from away on that very occasion by 1 goal to 0 against this first side. And the previous one was actually a 1-1 draw. But actually, LASK have actually done so very well in the last 4 meetings between these two sides, winning 3 out of those 3 out of 4, and the other one being a draw. That tells you that LASK have actually doing well. And we could also see that the last 6 matches that they have sort of winning all 6. So we're expecting the home side LASK to achieve a result against Hartberg here at home. It is a home side to win our shortly. That's what for that very game. And that brings our positions for you today on BetCraft to conclusion. We wish you the very best of luck and hope the ticket goes green. And also remember to play responsibly, as these are football games. It may not be exactly what they sing sometimes. That being said, tomorrow is another day. We're back with our predictions on this very channel. Do not miss out. But until that time, keep winning.